Right next to me is an 8-seater, 3-row family SUV made by Nissan. This is the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder SV 4-wheel drive. Now, this vehicle is priced at $44,000. It's actually the base model of the Pathfinder. Is it good? Is it absolutely awful? And is it worth it altogether? Well, in this video, I'll be taking you through everything this vehicle has to offer, and I think you'll actually be shocked. This has some pretty cool things, but is it worth it? Well, let's see. Thank you to Executive Jeep Nissan for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below. Let's dive right into it and start off with the front. And Nissan has been doing a lot with their front. They've been making it kind of clustered, and that's good and bad in a way. If you like that, that's good. If you don't, guess that's bad. Same with the Rogue, same with the new kicks. There's this chrome trim piece that goes all the way around like a U shape there, the Nissan badge right front and center. And this is actually airflow. Well, up here, this is fake, but down here, this is airflow there, and airflow down there for that engine. Now up here, which is pretty cool, has this 3-slotted design, which is the same design on the Rogue Rock Creek. But what's even cool is you see how it's an inlet there? There's down here an outlet. So it looks like it's like a little Lego piece that kind of fits and comes up there. Kind of like that design, those 3 little kind of inlet designs. Now, this vehicle has LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, but not LED turn signals. These are halogen turn signals. Why? Like, why not just put LED turn signals in there? Now, the higher trim, like the Platinum and stuff, does have LED turn signals. So they need to differentiate, okay, this is the $44,000 version versus the $54,000, but come on, why not? It's an extra few bucks to probably put LED like turn signals in there. And then down here, this spot right here would be where LED fog lights would be on the higher trims, but they have to put something there because they don't have it on this trim. And I do like how they actually put a little like design piece there. They don't just leave it blank, they actually put a little design. So if you don't know there's supposed to be fog lights there, you really would never know. It looks part like a design. And then this piece right here is actually your adaptive cruise control radar. So that inside there's a bunch of little electronic bits that works with the adaptive cruise control, which I'll show you inside. Overall, the front of this vehicle is actually very nice. There's a lot going on and it definitely stands out. Under the hood is where Nissan said, we want to give what the customers want. This is not no turbocharged, hybrid, 4-cylinder engine. This is a naturally aspirated V6 engine that produces incredibly powerful numbers, 284 horsepower and 259 foot-pounds of torque. That's the same level as the Dodge Durango GT. I'm pretty sure that's like 294 horsepower range, but this is pretty much just in par with that engine. And this is all going through a 9-speed automatic transmission and goes to all 4 wheels because this is 4-wheel drive. And this engine, which is absolutely blowing me away, gets a pretty healthy miles per gallon on average. It gets 23 miles per gallon on average, which is actually very good. There's some 4-cylinder turbos that get around that 23. So this is really good in a 3-row big family SUV for a V6 to get 23 on average. That's actually very good. This part's gonna be kind of hard because I'm short and this vehicle is tall, so I have to get on my tippy toes. As far as I can see, there is no sunroof up here. I mean, if I'm wrong, because I can't see, let me know in the comments below. But this vehicle has roof rails that with these attachments, this is a $400 option to extra add-on. You don't have to include that if you don't want, but you have them for $400. These mirrors have blind spot monitoring built into them and have turn signals built on the side, which I'll pan to and show you right now. These wheels are 18-inch alloy rims with all-season weather tires. You got this really cool black plastic cladding there. Gets dirty, wash it out. It's better than kind of all body color here. I like that they have it in this vehicle. Then down here, it's more kind of plastic cladding. But what's really cool is it says Pathfinder all there. So on the side of the vehicle, people know you're driving a Pathfinder. The front, the back, and the sides, they know it's a Pathfinder. Then with your keys in your pocket, you can lock and unlock the door. So just hit this little button, vehicle locks, hit it again, and it unlocks. And that same button is also on the other side of the vehicle on the passenger side. So just hit it, lock, hit it again, unlock, but it is not on the rear doors. The key fob of this vehicle is very simple, just black plastic, but it actually has a nice texture to it. I don't know if you can see there, but it's actually like kind of grippy and hard. Then you have the Nissan logo up there. Simple stuff, lock, unlock. Oh, if I could hit that. So lock, unlock, every car has that. Hold this, the trunk automatically opens up, and that actually opens up really fast, which is actually shocking to me. A lot of cars take its time. This is just zoom and then hold it again, and that goes down. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 seconds, shut like that. And then double tap the lock, hold this button, and the vehicle should remote start. And let's see. And that was even fast as well, and now it's on. I was actually about to move on, and then I saw these little arrows here, and I had to look up what those were. But there's an arrow here, and an arrow under there. Well, this vehicle can have a side step. So you can add on an OEM side step or on Amazon, like an aftermarket one. And it hooks up these little hooks down there. You screw it on, you have a side step and easily get in the vehicle. Open up the rear door and you're greeted to plastic. I mean, there's plastic up top here, the middle, down below. That's what you want it to be plastic though. You put drink, snacks, gets dirty, wash it away. You got a big speaker grill right there. At least this part is nicer material, like softer kind of mesh plastic, rest your arm. It's actually kind of nice. You got the little spot for coins, a deep pocket for coins, and then 2 cup holders, which is kind of cool. Most vehicles will have like one little cup holder there or not even one on the door whatsoever. This is cool, and one's small, one's big for 2 cups. Now, how do you get into the 3rd row? Well, I guess I already opened that up. But how do you get into the 3rd row? Well, it's as simple as hitting a button behind here, and then that goes forward. It's that button right here. Now, I have tested it. If you sit in that seat and you try to hit that button, it's not gonna fly forward. It senses pressure. So if you have a kid in the 3rd row that's trying to mess with a kid in the 2nd, they won't be able to do it. Now, how is the 3rd row seating? Well, if you leave those up, I mean, it's perfectly fine. But now, what if you kind of push this back? It is very, very tight. Like, I'm 5'8", I'm not like tall whatsoever. And look at that, I got no room in legs, but shockingly, I got a lot of headroom. I got maybe 3 more inches of headroom. So that's actually kind of crazy. The rear cup holders, there's actually 2 cup holders here. No USB ports in the back. There is an AC vent. There's a light up there. That's really it. At least you get really nice, comfortable headrests. The cloth seats are nice. These are the same seats as the 2nd row and the 1st row. So it's not like the 3rd row is getting skimped out on seating material, but they're getting skimped out on definitely USB ports, you know, little kind of amenities here. It's just hard plastic, or that's more the softer material. And the room is tiny. Now, I guess what you could probably do, you could push that forward and you could probably, let's see if I could do this. You can push it to there. So it's a little bit more forward, and now I got a little bit more leg room. So you could probably push that seat forward. Now it gives them less leg room, but overall it's not as bad, but it's not the best. Now hopping out here, just hit that button, that goes forward and climb out. Now, how is the 2nd row? Well, the 2nd row is actually phenomenal. The space you get in the 2nd row is incredible. Now, these seats are pushed all the way back. Again, if you want to push them forward to give the 3rd row more space, yeah, you're going to be limited on legroom. But push it all the way back, you have incredible legroom. And then headroom, let's see, 3-4 more inches, perfectly fine for a 6-foot tall person. You have a little extra storage pocket there, little extra storage pocket there as well. You have tri-zone climate controls. So the driver can set its own, the passenger can, and the whole entire people in the rear can kind of set it. I guess they can fight over it because it's all controlling the 2nd and the 3rd row, so they can fight over it. And then you have USB-C, USB-A port. There is no middle hump here. So how is the middle seat? Let's see. I don't have to man spread in this vehicle. Usually every vehicle has a middle hump and you have to go like that. This totally fine. So 3 adults can perfectly fit in here, perfectly fine. Now, if you don't have a middle seat passenger, there is a cup holder armrest. You pull it down and you have 2 cup holders. I guess a little spot to put a phone or something there, rest that, kind of nice. This is nice plush, and this should come up, right? Let's see. Yeah, that comes up a little bit, so you got a little rest. And the 2nd row seats actually do recline, so just lift this up and pull the seat back, and look at how far it actually reclines. Now, you probably shouldn't do this if there's people in the 3rd row, but if there's no one in the 3rd row, these can recline pretty far back. Open up the front door and you're greeted to a lot nicer materials than the rear door. So you have this kind of leather trim piece all the way up here. It's very nice feeling. Then softer plastic down here. Same like it was in the rear. It's rest drum, very nice and squishy. Spot for coins, 4 window controls. These are 1 touch down, 1 touch up, so no need to hold. You got your mirror controls, lock, unlock. Then this cool plastic trim piece makes it stand out. Then you got plastic down here, and this is for drink, snacks, gets dirty, wash it away, and speaker grill. Now, both these front seats are cloth bucket seats. They actually hold you in very well. They're not as squishy as I would want. They're little, but Honda makes very squishy seats. These are a little harder. I like the design though. They're heated and they bolster you in, and the driver's side is power operated, so forward, back, tilt, lumbar, but the passenger is all manual controls. So you got forward, back, tilt, and all manual controls. Turn on the vehicle with a push to start, and Nissan did a good job with the digital and analog gauge cluster. So it's analog RPMs, analog miles per hour, but you still have a screen in the middle to do digital stuff. I like how they added both. Now this screen does miles per hour, you get your time, your temperature, simple stuff, but you can also change it to other things. So hit this little D-pad there, and you have little drive computer stuff, your fuel economy, hit the little thing again, and now you have auto start stop, 4x4 information, tire pressure. Hit it one more time, and now you have your music there. So you can go and look at your music, so you don't have to look at the screen. You can look right in front of you for your music. And then one more time, and you have some safety settings. Now, what safety settings does this vehicle have? Well, it has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and it has a backup camera with moving trajectory lines. And it's not the clearest camera, I'm gonna say, but it actually gets the job done. And when you back up the items or things or whatever it is, it's gonna beep at you saying, hey, stop, don't hit it, because it doesn't want you to hit it. And it actually shows up on this screen. So as you get closer to items, that'll show red and say, hey, stop. Now, what's really cool about the safety settings in this vehicle is you can go and turn all of them off if you don't want to. So hit this little button here and it pulls up a shortcut menu. Go down to driver assistance. Now, what if you want steering assist off? Boop, turn that off. Lane keep assist, you want that off. Boop, and you can go and turn basically everything off. Blind spot assist, emergency assist, parking aids, rear cross traffic alert. Now you have driver alertness. And what if you want low temperature alert for the tires? Hey, you could turn that off if you don't want. So you can go and customize all the different safety settings. I kind of like that because, you know, some people don't want to be beeping at you and doing all the type of stuff. So you turn that off. Now the steering wheel is a leather wrapped, non-heated steering wheel. Now it does have paddle shifters on the back there. This is to control that little screen which I just showed you. You have volume control, skips different songs. That's control the little shortcut menu. And then over here, more safety controls. This is your adaptive cruise control. And then this is for voice recognition. And you can go in and say, play Bluetooth. Okay, well, it's not connected, but if it is, it would work. And then your phone controls down there. This vehicle is a 7-inch color touchscreen that I do have some problems with. So this has wired Android Auto, wired Apple CarPlay, perfect on that. But where I don't like it is the response time and the refresh rate. Look at that. It's not responsive to the touch. It's slow. It's kind of crazy on the $25,000 Nissan Kicks. They have this really long kind of curved screen. And in a vehicle double the price, they added this kind of old screen. This is their old style. Why not put the new screen in this? I don't like how they do it. It's crazy how vehicles will throw kind of older screens in there. Just buy a $20 screen from China is probably more responsive than this. So, but I do gotta say, I like how they have digital hotkeys down here. So you wanna go to audio, just simple, hit that. And then go to phone, simple, like that. But you also have physical hotkeys down here. So home, audio, skip tracks, camera. I like it. You have back button there. It's actually super easy, so you don't have to go scroll through all the settings. You just hit the button and it takes you through there. Below the AC controls, this vehicle has a USB-C port, USB-A port, and then a cigarette outlet port to plug your phone in. This is not a wireless charging pad. On the higher trims it is. This one does not have it. Then this little weird slot, which I guess again can put another phone if you want. It's actually kind of odd. Now you have two cup holders here. This is your gear lever, which is very odd as well. So you push it down for drive manual, hit P to park. Then this is your auto start stop. Turn that off if you don't want. Parking brake, boop, lift that up. And then you have auto hold. Now this is to change your drive modes. This has a ton of drive modes. I mean a ton. So let me go through it. So you have auto, snow, mud, sand, and then now down of eco, sport, tow. And then if you hit in the center, you have hill descent control. So it's actually very nice. There's a lot of different things you could do with this little dial. Then Pathfinder written there. This armrest is a nice leather kind of trim piece. It's not really that squishy. I wish it was nicer. It's more hard. Lift it up and you have a decent storage pocket. Really deep, little slit right there. Put my little camera stuff in. You have a spot for pens. And also, before I forget, you have another little storage spot here, which is very cool. So you could like hide a little phone in there. Just no one will ever know about that. And talking about hidden storage, there's also more hidden storage down here. This whole piece down here. And it connects to this side as well. So you could throw a water bottle in there if you want, and no one would ever know. Coming around to the rear, this vehicle has a lot of stuff going for it, just like the front does. You have Pathfinder all the way across the side. Everyone knows exactly what you're driving because it's blatant. It's right in front of you. Four-wheel drive badge all the way over there. I'll pan to it. Nissan badge right front and center. This vehicle has LED taillights, but again, it has halogen turn signals. Why not just put LED there? It's an extra few bucks. They should do that. It's $44,000. That's kind of a miss on their part here. But this vehicle does have these backup sensors. So that if you back up, like to you guys on the tripod, it's gonna beep at me saying, hey, stop, no, don't hurt you guys, because it doesn't want me to hurt anyone. And then this rear bumper is actually very cool. And they kept that same kind of 3 inlet design here there, and over there. So I kind of like how they kept the same design that the front has in the rear. Now this does have one exhaust tip all the way on that side. Underneath, I'll pan to and show you. And then up here, you have your wiper blade and then a little lip spoiler with the third LED brake light. Now, how is the trunk space in this vehicle? Well, hit this button and again, it just flies open. That's a very fast trunk. A lot of trunks are very slow. This one, boom. And then hopping in here, look at this. With the third row up, fit one whole mat in here. I'm 5'8", I'm not that tall, but look at it, fits me totally fine. But what if you want even more storage? Well, if you don't have any third row passengers, just hit this here. Those go flying down, those little arm or headrests. Then pull this, and if I can get it to work, oh, no, do not pull that. Pull this up top or hit that, and those seats will go forward. So now you could fit 2 mats in here if you want. But what if you want to fit 3 mats? Well, you do the same with this row. Just push that and then push that as well. And that flies forward. Now you can fit a whole cabinet in here if you want. And the crazy thing is that's not it with storage, is I thought this was like the spare tire in here, but you lift this up and you got even more storage. So if you want to hide things and no one will ever know about, put it in here, shut it, and no one will ever know. But there also is a spare tire all the way underneath there. So at least you get a spare tire with it. And yes, you can lay the second row completely flat, just like the third row. Just pull that lever there, and then you can fit a whole Christmas tree in here if you want to. So taking the Nissan Pathfinder out on the road, how does it feel? Well, it actually feels very nice. It's very smooth, calm. There's really not a lot of road noise in this vehicle. I mean, there still is, but not a crazy amount. The turning, again, that's really nice, sharp turning. It is a bigger vehicle, but it doesn't feel like a bigger vehicle, which is kind of odd to me because the smaller, which I guess was still big, but Volkswagen Atlas Crossport, it was a 2-row SUV, and that thing felt massive. And this is 3 rows, and this doesn't feel that bad. Now I'm going over slight kind of bumps and potholes. Now you do feel them, but it's nothing crazy. Like you're not hitting it and going crazy. It has little like softer suspension. Let me take this corner going a little bit faster. Let's see, 20 miles an hour. Yeah, yep, potholes right there, totally fine. This thing's actually pretty chill to drive. Let me kind of hit it. It's a kind of a straightaway here. Oh no, wait, there's a stop sign coming up. Let me actually brake hard at the stop sign. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, this thing brakes when you want it to. But now I'm at a complete stop and there's no one there. Let me kind of step on it, nothing crazy. You guys are probably gonna go flying here. Oh, that V6 actually kicks you back and you could hear it. I don't know if you heard in that clip, but you actually hear that V6 roar. It's a very nice sound. I was in the Accord and that had so much engine sound and you didn't want to hear it because it was an inline-4 turbo. This, you actually can hear that when you step on it and you do want to hear that V6. This is a very nice vehicle. It's very calm. So would I recommend this vehicle? I would say absolutely yes. This is a nice 3-row family SUV, fit all your kids in the back there, and it's a chill driving experience. I really think you can probably sleep in the back and not have, you know, a rough time going crazy. It's a really calm vehicle. Now it's, again, not like a crazy performance. It's not crazy luxurious. It's just the car that you need. You have the heated seats up front. You have rear climate controls in the back. You know, the third row is nothing crazy with the amenities, but hey, you know, your kids are going in the back there. You don't want like crazy Land Rover amenities in this vehicle, and you're paying for what you get. It's a $44,000 3-row SUV. You're gonna have some things and you're not gonna have some things. But the real question is, what do you think about this vehicle? Do you like it or do you absolutely hate it? And do you think it's worth the $44,000? Hey, be honest, let me know in the comments below. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep updated with more content. And a huge thank you to Executive Jeep Nissan in North Haven, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below.